go live on TikTok too. So this is a Sunday afternoon. Today is Sunday. Let me invite people. So let me see how many people are free to join me in the morning. During my morning broadcast, I got many viewers from United Kingdom. In fact, every time I finish running my live broadcast, my highest viewers are from United Kingdom. I don't understand why. Florence, good day to you. My highest viewers are always from United Kingdom. Many of my followers are from United Kingdom. Can somebody tell me why? Yes. Then first United Kingdom, then Austria, Germany, and United States. But today's morning, during today's broadcast, nobody from United States joined me because they were still asleep when I went live in the morning during my breakfast show. Miss Mendes, I see you. That's my sister Mendes with Portuguese name. That should be Portuguese name. So it seems, guys that are based in UK, they like me so much because many of my followers are from United Kingdom. Florence, I'm doing good. I'm just doing what I love doing, broadcasting. Yes, talking. Eagles, I see you. Eagles, I see you. So I love what I love. I'm just doing what I love doing. Travel your best international. Travel, are you in Africa now? Are you telling me you are in Africa now? I want to tell you guys the story of how armed robbers chased me in Africa. That's why I'm here. I want to tell you guys a story now. Enjoy your stay. Where are you at? Which country? Travel your best international. Which country are you in? Kenya. Kenya is a nice country. Man, I never knew Nairobi is such a beautiful city. Nairobi looks exactly like Europe. No joke. The videos and pictures I've seen about Nairobi, man, Nairobi is so beautiful. Florence, that's your country. Man, I'm proud of these Kenyans, man. I cannot tell you lie. I'm proud of Kenyans. Man, they organized their country. Look at even the demonstration they held. Man, I salute Kenyan people. Mombasa, okay, I respect Kenyans, to be honest. It's no joke. See how Kenyan people held their protest, and the government had no other option than to agree to their demand. See Nigeria. Did they achieve anything from the protest? Nothing. I told you, a country that does not love, they don't love themselves in Nigeria. Golden Aka Pro, I see you. You went to, see, there are some ladies from Nairobi, from Kenya, not Nairobi, that are living in Vienna. They lived in Vienna, they are not. Very few are still here. Listen to this story. Some of these ladies, Kenyan ladies, they came late 80s. Florence, I agree with you. There was a time, I remember there was a time when Barack Obama was in power. After election, there was riots in Kenya. Do you remember this? I cannot remember exactly the year. And the two parties were contesting who was to be president. Either two of them became president, or there was a way they resolved it. That time, Obama was the president of USA. Obama had to intervene. Do you remember? Maybe you are still maybe you were still very young then. So, but Kenyans, man, I'm proud, they are their city. That Nairobi is a nice city. There was one lady, not one, you know, late 80s. Late 80s, I've not been to this country, to Austria. But these ladies were here. Some of them, Musungus brought them. I'm got to be honest. Some came on their own. Now, Kenyan people have different tribes. And there is one particular tribe in Kenya that is they are on fire. That is, they are table shakers. They shake ground. So, there are some ladies that came here. They came late 80s. Early 90s, they left. These Kenyans, these were no-nonsense Kenyan ladies, hustlers. They came here, made money, and returned back and bought houses in Nairobi back then. They made it clear. They said they don't want to stay in Europe. They came here to make money. They came here, made money, and invested in Nairobi. They did not stay long here. So some people that still have their contacts, said these ladies now are madams. They have businesses in Kenya, in Nairobi, and they have houses in Nairobi. But some other ones that are not very smart, you know, not everybody is intelligent. There are some other Kenyan women who love men and alcohol. These ones are still here drinking alcohol. They made nothing out of their life. You get it? These ones are still here drinking alcohol. But the sharp Kenyan ladies, they have gone back to, they are back to Kenya. They are not from the villages, so they are not from all these other states in Kenya. They bought houses in Nairobi. Just like some South African ladies that came here. Some of them came here, very rugged South African ladies. They came here and made money. They had no time to waste. They came here and made money, returned to South Africa, invested in South Africa. Beautiful African women, no-nonsense ladies. I had contact with them. The story is for another day. The story of this thing, the day I will give the details, is for another day. It's a story for another day. So guys, like and share this broadcast. I came to tell you stories, as you know. Florence, I'm seeing you for the first time. It seems you are just new on this page. And Florence, you are from Kenya, okay. I discovered, I've seen many videos where Kenyan men are fighting, they are jealous of Nigerian men. They complained Nigerian men are taking their women. Travel your best international. What is wrong with this internet now? Has it reconnected? Okay. Guys, are you hearing me? Because my internet is a kind of, I don't know, my internet is a kind of. Guys, are you hearing me? Since I have internet interruption. Hello? Okay. So, Florence, is it hard to get Kenyan residence permit to settle in Kenya? Is it difficult? Is it difficult to settle in Kenya? Best. So, plenty money, you mean it? Like how much? So you need money to settle in Kenya. How? Like how? Explain to me. You mean the apartments in Nairobi is so expensive or what? How do you mean? Please explain. Like how much does it cost in euros to have an apartment in Nairobi? How much does it cost? But I'm talking about the what. How much does it cost to own an apartment or rent an apartment? Okay, it depends, like everywhere. But on average, there are so many Africans living in Kenya, in Nairobi. I would like to visit Kenya one day. I mean, sometime in future. I would like to visit Kenya. Because there is, Kenya has a very good security. It's not like where they kidnap people or things like that. Nairobi, I like Nairobi. Nairobi looks a bit like Europe, but they don't have street trends and things like that. But I love Nairobi. They have these high-rise buildings and the rest of them. Nairobi, I don't like, I'm a city boy. I don't like. Somebody said, the real man, I did not see that your comment. You need to rewrite it. I did not see that comment. It was filtered. Florence, you prefer to look for hotel. Why? Nairobi is very beautiful. How? I'm talking about where somebody can stay. If somebody wants to live in Nairobi. So now we have a lot of people. It's like I need to. Mombasa is on beach there. Okay, Mombasa. Okay, Mombasa has. Okay, that's good. Mombasa, yes. I also hear about Mombasa. But Nairobi is beautiful. Nairobi is beautiful. So guys, I came to tell you the story of how I was chased by armed robbers. How armed robbers attacked us. That's why I came out here, and you're going to learn. I saw Florence, you are from Mombasa. Okay, your parents are from Kenya. Mombasa, okay. When I'm ready, I will tell you guys that I'm coming to Kenya very soon. Not now, maybe ending of the year or next year, beginning of next year. I'm gonna travel a lot. So guys, I need eyeglasses. People have been saying it is true, but I went I told you guys they wanted to take my driver's license. I went to Fakir's Amt. I went to the police. They tested my eye. You know, they brought alphabets. I was able to name them properly. It didn't even take up to 2 minutes. And they said my eyes are okay. Only when I read all these small letters, these are the things, you know. Somebody said I'm not following anybody. Am I forcing you to follow me? If you don't want to follow me, you leave it. Did I force you? This is my life. I do what I want. I don't force nobody. People watch my video. Every day I get like 100 followers. You see somebody just followed me now. You saw it. People see my videos and follow me. I am a pace setter. Do you understand me? People see my videos every day and follow me. I don't force nobody. They enjoy my content. You see how many people that have joined my live broadcast? People learn from my videos. Why should I follow somebody who I will not learn anything from? It's not just to follow somebody. You follow somebody and you learn nothing from the person. You mean my internet is freezing? Miss Mendes, do you say my internet is freezing? Is it freezing? This is why you guys need to just share my program, so that I'll go viral and then make money. Shiamaka Abushi, how are you doing? Good to see you. It's okay now. Okay, let me adjust it. 1 second, guys. The fan is off. And then let me... So I'm back now. So, it's okay now. Good. Now I'm set to talk. So guys, you're welcome. This afternoon, I want to tell you guys my experience with armed robbers. I've never told you guys this story. You got it. You know, this is, I'm doing what I love doing, what I do best. So, welcome. Shiamaka, you're welcome. Shiamaka, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I want to hit 1,000 subscribers. And when you hear subscribe, it does not mean you've got to pay. You don't pay nothing by subscribing. You don't pay nothing. It's just like following a page. You don't pay nothing. Just click, press the button, and that's it. So now, guys, you're welcome. How many are we here? Others are going to join us. Now, let me tell you guys what made me to think Africa. What made me to think about investing in Africa. I want to share it with you guys. You know, a lot of people don't, there are some kind of things that may happen to you, and it will make you take certain actions that you ordinarily wouldn't have taken, or you don't originally want to take. You get what I mean now? When I came here as a young boy, I forgot Africa. I was grateful. I came to Europe. I said, God has buttered my bread. I have no need to go to Africa anymore. Listen to me. Listen to me. I said, God, you've done for me everything that I wanted. I'm now in Europe. I have enough food to eat. There is electricity. There is train, good transport system, and there is water, good infrastructures, security, and I'm living among white people. Wow. As a young boy then. You know, that time if you call telephone, you tell people, now I'm inside the train, now I'm inside the train, because in Africa, I never boarded train before. I like keeping it real. You get it? In Africa, I never boarded train before. I never entered train in my life, all through my years in Africa. Not at all. In Africa, I did not, okay, until I left my native land, I did not use telephone. You see that level of, not only me, many people of my generation, unless the person is a liar. That time, what people had was house phone. That one you press and then you dial. That one you dial like this. You know what I mean? You put, you roll it. Only few rich people had such telephone. In the 80s, nobody had telephone. Even early 90s, nobody had telephone. Very few people had telephone then, had access to telephone. It's no lie. Don't come here to tell us lies. Say you are from a rich family. I did not make use of telephone. I didn't even know. Yeah, we saw it on pictures or whatever, or in pictures. But I did not make use of telephone. That was it. That's the truth. A lot of people like to tell themselves lie. They are not real. I didn't use telephone while I was growing up in Africa. Even in my village, nobody had telephone. In my entire village then, nobody had telephone. Nobody. I don't know. So, when I came here, I was so excited because we had telephone here at home. We call it first net. So we had telephone. After some years, you know, then if you call somebody and the person is at work or went outside, you drop message. There's always, you drop message. When the person comes, the person will hear the message and call you back. Before this mobile phone came, this mobile phone came around 1996, 97. But then was a very big Nokia phone. It was Nokia. You charge it like 12 hours before it would be fully charged. That was when we began. The first Nokia phone I had was very heavy. Like, it was like square heavy. It had pole. It had pole then. The Nokia phone then. It's freezing again. Man, what is wrong this afternoon? I don't understand. He came Nokia, you remember. Miss Mendes said it's freezing. I don't understand it. I don't understand this this internet. Is it okay now? But the people, guys on YouTube, are you hearing me very well? Ikem, you remember that Nokia? That was, okay. That was around 1996, 97. 96, 97, that Nokia, that's very heavy. You need to drop it, that charger then. Okay. Okay. So when I came here, with long, yes, you remember he came, yes. I got my first mobile phone, that was 1996. Very heavy then. No, square heavy, Nokia, that black. That was the first time. If you see how I valued that telephone. First time I had it. As a big boy then. So I was full of joy as a young boy in Europe, living my best life. So I said, what I have no business with Africa anymore. You get it? I'm already in Europe then. But to be honest, I wasn't actually so like trying to impress the people in Africa. Like, I don't send pictures, show myself, or with leather trousers. You know that time, as at 1995, 96, 97, what was reigning in Vienna here, maybe in Europe here, then was leather trouser. Leather trouser, you remember. So I wasn't such a person that sent photos to Africa to show friends or family members how I was living. No, some people were doing it, but I wasn't that kind of a person. Okay. So I said, God has done it for me. Listen, I said, I don't want to go to Africa anymore in my life. And many guys that, the rain man, I see you, many guys that we came here together said, man, God has buttered their bread. They don't want to go back to Africa anymore. Okay, now listen. You know, after some time, and so your own was Siemens, okay. My own was Nokia, that big Nokia, you know. Yes, that big black Nokia. You have to charge it like 12 hours before it will be fully charged. That was 1996. Okay, now. You know, as a young boy that just came to Europe, I faced meat. I was like, you know, chicken. Chicken was cheap. Then chicken was like 25 shilling, 400 shilling. No, not up to 25 shilling. How much was chicken then? I think that was 25 shilling. So I had time, I ate a lot of chicken. I had money to buy, so, you know, this cow tail, I ate a lot. Bought myself what I wanted to drink. Whenever you come to my place, I had, my fridge was filled with alcohol beverages. Enjoying my life. So at the time I said, why? I don't want to enjoy this goodies alone. I don't want to enjoy this good life alone. I said, I want to make babies. I want to born children so that my children can enjoy this good life. Eat this chicken and this meat with me. I said, this is a good life. That was when I began to send, like, remember the people I left in Africa? I began to send them money. Because already I was getting money, I was working, getting some money. I then began to remember people at home. I said, I don't want to enjoy alone. Listen. But then, I was already settled, like, it is Europe for life. Europe for life. Then, along the line, God's last born, I see you. Along the line, I met my woman. We were very young. First of all, we began to go out. Yes. Me and my woman, first of all, began to go out. At a time, we decided to get married. So we agreed to go to Africa. Miss Mendes, this Miss Mendes, she wants to know everything. This woman. Miss Mendes, allow me to drop this story now, finish. Allow me, let me tell this story. It's not about which one. Allow me to tell this story. Well, let me tell you, the thing is, I met the women, the mother of my children, the two of them, I met them almost the same time. You know, I met them almost the same time. So I was, let's say, married to two women the same time. As a young, handsome man now, it's not my fault. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault then now. So it was over. No, because, no, be me. It was not my fault. So Man, we are talking about many years back. I was in my 20s. Don't blame me. I was in my 20s, many years back. Okay? So, along the line, I met my African woman. You get it? So we've been together for long, for years. And then we decided to go to Africa and get married because that is the tradition. You get it now. So listen very well. Then, don't forget this story. I told you when I came here, I thanked God and said, Africa, to me, I said, I don't want to go to Africa anymore. Then, I said, for me, Africa is not a place to go live anymore. Then you see how destiny calls. So I met my woman, and then, you know, here, young people, so we started going out together, and it got to the stage of saying we've got to get married. So we are there. I've got to go see their parents, her parents in Africa. Listen, then I had no bicycle, I had no place, nothing. Because I left at a very young age. Then I had nothing before I left Africa. So, and I had no intention of doing anything in Africa. I had no intention of buying any land, building any house, buying any car. To me, I said bye to Africa then. So when I met my woman then, we spoke about going to see her parents, doing the traditional wedding ceremony and things like that. Wow. I had no car, no house, nothing. Because I wanted to build my life here. That was my original plan. Are you getting it now? My original plan was to, build my life here because I had horrible experiences in Africa. I lived among demons. I lived among very cruel people. You got it? People, I grew up, they did not show me love. Many of us, people ran away from Africa because family members, friends, and the society did not show them love. Many of us grew up without experiencing real love from anybody. That's the reality. I'm not telling you a lie. So that's why you see some people, when they leave Africa, they tell you they are not going back again. Yes, I know so many people, when they left Africa, they tell you they are not going back to Africa anymore. Because of bitter experiences they had. You get it now? Because of bitter experiences. Some swear never to touch their foot in Africa anymore. That's why sometimes you don't blame nobody who tell you that they don't want to invest in Africa because of what they saw. Okay. But people at times do change their mind. Yes, people do change their mind as they get older. Yes, people definitely do change their mind as they grow older. So, Ikem, I did not see your comments. Ikem, rewrite that comment. I didn't see it. You know, sometimes they filter comments. So what happened was, so the first time I said, man, I wasn't going to Africa. Man, I've arrived. Europe is fine. I have everything I need. A young boy in Europe, good looking. I go to gym. I was bouncing. You know, things were going well. Until I met my African woman. So, my woman said, we are going to Africa. Look at her lying on the bed and commanding now. This commander-in-chief. You know, African woman, they will tell you need to go to go see their parents. Their marriage, you need to go do the traditional marriage. So then I had nothing. You see, then, young man that wanted to build his life in Europe. Then I met the African woman. She said, we need to go to Africa. guess what? We informed her parents we're coming to get married. What's the requirements? What do they want? What do we need to buy and what and what? Ikem said, listen to Ikem. Guys, read Ikem's comments. He said he left Nigeria 1990 and he has no intention of going back to settle there anymore. Did you see Ikem's comment? He said he left Nigeria 1990 and he has no intention of going to settle there anymore. Ikem, I want to ask you a question because we are of the same age grade. Ikem, here comes my question. Before I continue with my story, Ikem, here comes my question. Ikem, if you are the first son, second son, third son, or last son, now, you said you do not want to go back to Africa and settle. Okay. Now, if you are the only son, the first son, the middle son, or whatever, what happens to your family compound? Your father's name. Do you understand me? Your village, your family, that is your compound in the village. If everybody should run away, that means our family lineage will all close. Do you understand what I'm talking now? This is what bothers me. Sometimes I say, what if I die in Europe here? What happens to my children? They become lost generation. That's why I'm careful. They wouldn't know where they come from. When you go to Africa today, there are so many compounds that are closed. Nobody is inhabiting the compound, that compound anymore. Because all members of these families are based abroad. You go to so many families in Africa now, you shed tears. It's lying desolate. It's lying desolate. Nobody is in the compound no more. You see, Ikem must have had a horrible experience in Africa. He said if he died in Europe, they should bury him in Europe. You see it? He must have had a very horrible experience. And let me tell you guys a story before I continue with. Let me tell you a story about somebody. Okay, did you see what Ikem wrote now? Ikem said he had a very horrible experience. You see it? You see, I said it. Many people that said they do not want to go back to Africa was as a result of the bad or bitter experiences they had while they were living in Africa. Did you see it now? He said he had a very bitter experience. You see it now. So, but Ikem, let me tell you, you did not have the kind of experience I had. Mine was worse, or do I say worse than yours? Mine was worse than yours. But I see it as a spiritual kind of setup. Like, these are things people work spiritually to keep you from returning home. That is, they want you to go astray. Don't return back anymore. Get lost. Miss Mendes, he said, how do I know? Complete your comment. Write complete comment. Like, I don't get it. How do I know what? So that I can respond to you. I can reply you. Listen, this could be spiritual setup. I see it this way. And that is why you see me, I'm hard, I'm strong. I don't want to get lost. Yes, I keep telling you about what I've been through. So nobody, no matter the horrible, my father, I don't want my father's compound to lie desolate. You understand me? I cannot forgive myself. Miss Mendes asked, how do I know my experience was worse than Ikem? I feel no man alive has gone through the bitter experiences I've gone through. No man alive. I cannot, these are things I will not tell you. If I tell you how many years I fought battles, right from childhood, I'm God's anointed. You see, there is no crown without battles. People just see me here and tell stories. If you know what I've been through. Ikem, look at Ikem's comment. He said, how can he go back to people that want him dead, and the family? Not only you. You are not the only person, Ikem, that is in that situation. You are not. The thing is, let me tell you now, you now know their plans, so they cannot get you. You already know that they want you dead. They want you dead. That means you'll be careful when you go back. And another thing is, let me tell you, there are so many things to talk. Another thing is, as you stay in Europe, as years go by, these enemies will die off. Ikem, see, many of those people that are after your life, they will die off. This is what a lot of people forget. Those enemies cannot live forever. Like 1990 till now is around 34 years. 34 years is a very long time. Many of them must have died. Some will be weak, and they will be, or some may be fighting life's battles. That sometimes problems will weigh them down, they will not have time for you. Sometimes problems will weigh them down, they will not have your time anymore. They will be fighting their own problems, their own challenges. But I'm going to get to that. So, I know so many people here, even people, I don't need to call names. There are so many people here that, because of brothers, sisters, family members, they say they are not going back to Africa. But this is spiritual setup. Yes, that is, they worked it spiritually, especially your enemies. They don't want you to return. That main purpose why you traveled abroad, they don't want you to fulfill it. They don't care. These enemies don't want to know if you are worth $1 billion outside. As far as you did not bring it home, they are happy. As far as you did not come home to give honor to your family, that is, they don't want you to come and raise your family flag. They don't want it. You get it? They don't care if you own train station in abroad. They don't care if you own White House. They don't care if you are worth $1 billion. As far as they don't see it. As far as they are okay. And this is what they want. Because they say, Akuru no amaroya araya. Akuru no amaroya araya. So when you live abroad and you are living well, you are living in a foreign land where nobody knows you. And in most cases, nobody will honor you. Nobody will honor you because nobody cares if you have it or not. But in Africa, if you go now and start a foundation, whose son is this? They say this is the son of so-so person. Wow. So this man, the son of this man now came now to revive the family, whatever. And again, when you return back home, you will see if your parents are dead, in the spiritual realm, they will be happy that their son returned. There is, when I was growing up, they said they used to curse people. There's a way they curse. That is, if they want to curse somebody, they say, Amagi Shikwe. That is, may your lineage, family lineage close, which is a very bad cause. When they tell you, may your family lineage close, it is a very bad cause. That is, they want to eradicate the person's family lineage or let it close. And by saying, man, these people offended me, I don't want to go back to Africa, they are winning the battle and you are losing. I also saw one guy from Edo State one time. When I went to him, the guy said he has made a will when he died. He wants them to bury him here. Well, before I go further, there is a story I want to share with you, a real life story. There was one guy, one man, the man was a medical doctor. A medical doctor, very nice man. He came here, studied here, and then graduated, then had his own practice. Back then, he usually come to my shop to have a haircut. Very nice gentleman. He doesn't make problem. The guy doesn't make problem. So every weekend he would come to my shop to have a haircut. At a time, this guy, he got bone cancer. I think that was bone cancer he got. So he began to fight for his life. Until before this time, he had ordinary practice here in Vienna, in 12 districts. I went to his practice many times. Very nice guy. Many African people were going to his practice, where he practices. We call it ordination. So this guy later developed a cancer of the bone. Before this time, he had 2 daughters with white women. 2 daughters with white women. A white woman. I think he had it with 2 different women. So not up to 3, 4, 5 years, he opened his practice, medical practice, that he got that, bone cancer. Now, at a time, he knew he was going to die. Listen to this story. So this guy knew he was going to die. They told him there was no chances of him surviving it. He sent for his sister that lived then in UK to come. The sister came. So the guy said, if he died, they shouldn't take him, the corpse, to Africa. He said if he eventually dies, they should not bury him in Africa. He should be buried here. The sister asked, and a lot of people that his friends asked, why? He now narrated what the family did to him. All the money he sent to build a house, how they frustrated his efforts since he came to abroad. They did not want him to succeed in achieving anything. All his efforts wasted. He would send money, they would waste it. After many years of struggling, the man was not able to achieve it. They showed him wickedness. In fact, that's it. So the man decided he did not want to be laid among his ancestors or his people. He said when he dies, if he dies, he should be buried in the cemetery in Vienna, Vienna Friedhof. He said he should be buried here. After some time, that's when he was about to die, when he found out that he could go anytime. So when he eventually died, they buried him in Vienna. The family were, you see this African, you see this people you call, this is, I don't want to call the guy's name and his tribe, the state he came from. You see these people you call family members. Oh. These people you call family members in Africa. Man, I don't know what is really wrong with black people. Ikem said the family's compound in the village is riddled with juju. Ikem Shah. Now listen. Ikem, there is always a solution to every problem. Now let me go straight to you. Let me tell you now. My father, built his house 1956 or 57. Then, my father, you know, he served the British then, and he flew abroad and every other thing. Now listen, my father gave me a plot of land at the back. I've told you guys at the back of the back of the building. The back, because where my mother used to farm, they call it Obobo name. Where my mother used to farm, the backyard, my father gave it to me, the back of his compound. But then, look at what's happened. I hustled and purchased my own lands, many different locations in my village. Are you listening to me now? Even sometimes this family ancestral land, all this family land, you see brother, you see everybody want to contest it because it's family land. You get it now? So as I hustled as a taxi driver, that one that my father gave me, I gave it to my late brother's children. My late brother's children, they have no land. I gave it. I said, when I went to, I said, make una carry. I gave it to them. Then I used my own money, and I bought extra, like I bought extra 9 plots of my 9 plots, different choice places. I bought 9. I left it there. Now, there is no juju. See, if I go home, I match my land, carry juju come. Because this is my sweat. If you come with juju, it will not work. That's my belief. I owe you nothing. And this is what I did was, come. I'm not ready. If I'm ready, if I go, let them come. I cannot run away for anybody. See, I cannot run away for anybody. I've raised my children. I've done what I'm supposed to do as a man. I cannot run away for nobody. No, I will not do it. I will not. Say, run away for who? Then what do I stand for then? When I cannot defend. The only thing you can go, if your father's compound is riddled with juju, you go and buy your own land. And it is important, listen attentively, it is important to be going home. It is important every now. You see, the mistake people make is not going home at all. Every now and then, even every 3 years or 4 years or 5 years, every now and then, go home. It will cost you money, but go. Prepare yourself and go home. Go see things by yourself. Why you see a lot of people forget home entirely is, man, I want to tell you guys a story, but let me just answer you now. There are so many stories to tell you. I was just starting. See, the mistake people make is staying abroad too long without going home. Even there are times I had to buy tickets and go home just to go look around and enter flight and come back. Many times I bought tickets, just go to step foot in my papa's compound and return back. That they will see that I came. I just go, march my papa's compound and go back. You don't understand. And look around. If you don't go home, if you don't go home, you will not know what is going on. You keep being afraid. Do you understand me? Even when my father died, I was scared to go home. I spoke to one, I told you guys the story. The guy said, what? Your father? Some people, their father died, they were afraid. They sent money. They sent money, they did not go home. Their mother died, they sent money, they did not go home. They were scared. It happened to me, one guy motivated me, said, boy, what are you talking, your father? You need to move. I said, man, he said, you need to go. I bought my ticket and went. Now, when you stay abroad for so long, that is what the enemy wants. They want you to remain there, get lost, don't come back. Some even they used spiritual means. I said it before. I said some people you see that are loitering about in Europe is not ordinary. You may not believe it. So many people you see that are in Europe here, loitering about. To be honest, it is not ordinary, it is spiritual. There are forces behind it. Somebody somewhere held them, put them inside bottle, say stay there. Miss Mendes, good. I went home to bury my father. I did it. And I'm not regretting it. And because, see, what will I be doing here at old age? You see me what am I going to be? I've seen it all. What am I going to be doing here at old age? Eat food, go to toilet, eat food, go to toilet, and walk around the city. Is that what I'm going? Is that how my life is going to be? So, well, when I'm 70, 75 years, 80, that's what I'll just be moving like a sheep without shepherd in abroad. Only me see Obodo Igbo, only me see Europe. No. I will tell you guys a story. I'm rushing this broadcast. I will tell you guys a story. Share this broadcast. Let me take it easy. Guys, as you are watching, please go to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at Uncle RODDY. Subscribe now. And if you have not followed my page, follow me now. Just click follow. When I say subscribe to my YouTube channel, you don't pay money for subscribing. It is free. You don't pay any money to subscribe to YouTube channel. You don't pay no money. Now, thank you. Somebody followed. Keep following, please. Now, Ikem and many other guys, especially old schools of my age, old schools in Europe here, what are we going to be doing here at old age? Eat food and sit inside the volume, sit inside the house. What are we going to be doing here at old age? I will tell you guys stories this evening, but now let me take you guys back to a Bible story. This Bible story, I want to use it as a case study so that we can learn from this Bible story. Listen attentively, and you will learn from it. When the Israelites were in captivity in Egypt, listen very well. One day, Moses saw where an Egyptian and a Hebrew boy were fighting. Listen. Moses strangled, killed the Egyptian boy. Moses unalived the Egyptian boy. So, nobody knew. Few days after, two Hebrew boys were fighting. Moses went to two Hebrew boys. Don't forget, the first fight was between a Hebrew boy and an Egyptian boy. Moses unalived the Egyptian boy. Few days after, Moses saw two Hebrew boys fighting. Moses went to make peace, to separate them, because these Hebrew boys were his people. So that particular one that he went to defend, that fought with an Egyptian boy, said, so you want to kill us the way you killed the Egyptian boy. The news spread. Moses then realized that people have known that he unalived an Egyptian boy. Moses fled Egypt. Listen. Moses fled Egypt. Now listen to this story. After one day, he fled Egypt and went to Maidan or Maidan, M-I-D-A, either Maidan or Maidan. One day, while he was shepherding his flock at Mount Horeb, according to the Bible, he encountered God. Listen. Now God sent him, he said, you need to go back to Egypt and tell Pharaoh to let his people go. Moses said no. I'm just making this story short. Moses said no. He said because he was wanted in Egypt for murdering an Egyptian. Listen attentively, and you will learn. It has been 40 years since Moses fled Egypt. After he unalived that boy, it took 40 years before he encountered God at Mount Horeb. Listen. So when God asked him, commanded him to go tell Pharaoh to let his people go, Moses said, no, God, I cannot go because he was wanted. They are looking for his life. They want to finish him up. God said to him, listen to what God said to Moses. Now God responded to Moses by saying, those who are after your life are all dead. He said, those who are after your life, who know the story of you unaliving that Egyptian boy, they are all dead. Don't forget, it was 40 years ago. So most of the guys that were looking for Moses to end, they are all dead. Are you listening to me now? Now, why am I telling you this story? A lot of people are scared of their enemies back home. Nobody lives forever. You got it? Nobody lives forever. You don't be scared of those people at home because many of them, 30 years is a long time, 20 years is a long time, 25 years is a long time. So many of the people you thought are after you, a lot of them are gone. Many are dead. Some of them are so old that even they don't even have your time anymore. Not be only you waka come now. So many of them are dead. Some of them are fighting their life battles. Do you think they are going to live forever, waiting for you to return home and fight you? They are not going to be there. And a lot of them don't even have the resources. They don't have the money. They don't have it. Are you following me now? So this issue of you must see time. Nothing remains permanent. Nothing remains permanent. Nothing remains permanent. So don't be scared saying, even if it will be it will be a thing of shame for a man to run away from his native land, from his place of origin. It's not right. And I cannot do it. You see, African people believe, a lot of African people, some days I spoke about reincarnation. You cannot reincarnate if you're not buried among your people. How? Are you going to reincarnate to white people that you don't know? You cannot reincarnate. You know what is reincarnate? Reincarnation. You cannot reincarnate if you're not buried among your people, among your ancestors. How? You want to reincarnate to white people. How is it going to happen? This is why. You get it now. So, now, yes, no condition. Don't run away from these people you say your enemies are this. So, I've experienced horrible things in Africa. I know people here, and they're already regretting. Somebody now I know is in Africa. after 40-something years, regretting so many things he did not do. Approaching 70 years, came here in 1981. He's regretting so many things now because things don't go as planned. At a particular time, you get fed up of this Europe. You want to go back home. You want to. Even this guy I'm telling you before, he believed that to him Europe is the heaven, paradise. But now he's in Africa, regretting so many things, many mistakes. Things, this money that comes your way, use it and do some certain things. If your particular village, if they are evil, go to the next village and buy land. Step a little bit far from them, go buy land, anchor yourself there, and be watching from a distance. What are you going to tell your children? I know so many people that their children are asking, Daddy, I want to go home. What do you say? What do you say? Even telling your children that your people are evil, that you run away from your people, they will be demoralized in life. Yes, you need to tell them, children, we are going to go home and we are going to face anybody where they face us. Yes, man die go, woman ban another one. At a particular, see, let me tell you something. At a particular age in life, there is nothing you are doing with your life anymore. You've accomplished what you are supposed to accomplish. You've raised your children. You've enjoyed life. You've seen it all. So if you go to fight when we were small, we usually go to watch cinema. That time, Chinese films. There is what is called last fight. That last fight is between the actor and the boss. You go fight your last fight. That time, even if they kill you or you do anything, you have nothing to lose because you've lived your life. You've lived your life. There is a time I say, I will go and look everybody. I say, where on earth with you and you come? Because my children are grown. I've accomplished everything I need. Why should I run? What thing that they use my life do? Even you'll be surprised that when they see you, they will run. When they see you, they will run because then you are prepared. You are not raising any children anymore. You've seen it all. You've seen life. You don't eat meat. You don't do everything. Yes. This is my mindset. At a time, I will carry my load. I will carry my load. I go home. No, I don't come. But make we see now. I'm not foolish. My children will remain in Europe. I go back. First of all, I go there. I go tense in the village. Make una come fight me. After, when the ground settles, when everything settles, I prepare myself. I prepare everything. I invite my children to come. Come to land of your ancestors. Come step your foot on land of your ancestors. That's what makes you a man. Why should I be hiding myself inside the room because of people? The only thing you can tell me about insecurity, kidnapping, or this thing, but if it is family members, forget it. If it is family members, forget it. So guys, let me continue with my story so that you can learn from it. Well, guys, if you are seeing me for the first time, do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is free. So when I met my woman, we decided to travel to Africa to go get married. You know, I told you guys, I said, man, I don't want to go to Africa anymore. God has buttered my bread. I'm enjoying Europe. Africa, I had a lot of horrible experience, so I'm enjoying Europe. So what am I going to do in Africa? I dashed them Africa. Then, many years back, I said I dashed them because I said the people, they are cruel, they are very wicked. Until I met my wife. Then my father was still alive. And each time I speak to him, he says, son, how long are you going to live in abroad? Don't you have a home? Son, how long are you going to remain abroad? You know, my father did not born many male children. He said, how long do you want to stay in abroad? You know, I don't like talking to my father on phone when he was alive because he always tell me to come back to Africa. You get it? He always tell me, son, come back to Africa. You know, and in our own tradition, or do I say tradition, male children are not supposed to go abroad and live in abroad forever. You are supposed to come back and defend your family name or your family compound. Do you understand? Can you close the door? You are supposed to come back and defend your family compound. Ikem said, wrote, they use ancestral spirits and bloodline witchcraft a lot in Nigeria. So many people are involved. Well, Ikem, see, I'm over 50 years old and I'm getting to approaching 60 years. And I want to tell you for sure. You got it. Can you close the door, please? I want to tell you for sure. There is nobody in this life who isn't facing one challenge or the other. And 90% of people you see have family problems. 90 or even 95%. That is why they say a man's enemies are members of his household. Unless people who pretend a lot, people who like to hide their own, there is no family that doesn't have problem. Either from your direct sibling, your brothers or your sisters or cousins or nephews or somebody, even kindred men. Sometimes, if not from your direct, who is this person saying, can you show us your family? Are you crazy? Why are you telling me to show you my family? You the crazy? Get away from here. Why should I show you my family? So you consider me so cheap that I need to show you my family? Show you my family for what? So you look me finish, I need to show you a stranger my family. You the crazy? I should show you my family. Do I know who you are? Show me your family. Do I know who you are? I should show you my family. You want to know my family? You are a kidnapper. You want to know my family? What for? Do you know me? What business do we have together that you want to know my family? So the story I'm telling you are not interested. You are interested in knowing my family. You came here. You are interested in knowing my family. And you want me to show you my wife and my children. This is what you want. So you consider me a mugu. You see me finish. I resemble you, mugu. To show you my family. Somebody I don't know. So as I tell stories now, you consider me a mugu. You don't see me finish. That I should show you my family. I should show you my family. No, see. We don't rub shoulders now. I should show you a stranger without profile picture, my family. No, see. No, see. We are discussing an important topic. He said, show us your family. So you think I'm so stupid to show you my family? I should not be afraid. Why should I show you my family? What do you want to do with my family? I'm not afraid. If you want, but if I'm afraid, are you not seeing me? If you want it one-on-one, tell me, give dates and time. Let's block. Tell me where you are located. I can get to anywhere. Let's see. Me and you. Not forget anybody. Why should you tell me to show you my family? Show you my family for what? You take people for what? What you take? So you believe say I'm a mugu. As somebody where they Igbo, somebody where they abroad. You believe as I there abroad, you say I don't know nothing. I should show you my family. You tell me, why don't you tell me the day I'm traveling to Africa, I should tell you so that you come and wait for me at the airport. Tell me to tell you the day I book ticket, the day I'm going to Africa, so you go and wait me. I should tell you my village, my compound, so that you come. Yeah, that's what remaining. I should tell you, these are the people. Remove yourself now from this page. Remove yourself now from this page. I should show you my family. We are discussing an important topic that people are learning from. Your own is me. I should show you my family. These are the people we are talking about. People are here to learn. He said, what do you want to do with my family? Remove yourself now. So guys, there is nobody. You see these people, when they see content creators online, they believe content creators are like, you see, you think if I travel, you will know. You think if I travel, you will know. Do you know how many times I've traveled without you knowing? So you think if I travel, I will tell you that I'm traveling? So I will tell you when what business do we have together that I need to tell you my movements, where I'm going, show you my family. The enemies are watching. They are watching now. You don't know who is watching. Show you my family. That's some people. The person that says, show me my family, I should show him my family. He has never liked or shared. You don't see them like or share your post. They just come in there as monitoring spirits. They just come there and be monitoring. These are people, they monitor people online, targeting people. So guys, let's continue with our discussions. There is nobody that does not have enemy. And there is no good family. Many people you have in your families, many other brother, sister, nephew, cousin, somebody, along kindred man, somebody is an enemy there. Then, are we going to run away from them? Never. We cannot run away from them. We cannot. My peace of mind, I say, we cannot run away from these enemies. You understand me? We cannot run away from these enemies. Now, guys, I was telling you stories about how I went to Africa. Now, listen to this story. So, when I met my wife, we agreed to go to Africa and get married. Now, we called the parents. And now, we asked of what we were to do. Like what their requirements were. Ikem, see, this thing you are saying, you are a man. Do you know how families end? You know, one's family lineage, do you know how it ends? It ends by one being a coward. Do you understand me? It ends by one. When you see, you need to be as bold as a lion. You've got to be as fearless as a lion in life. You need to have lion's heart. I'm telling you. This spiritual problem, many people you see also have spiritual problems. Every day you watch me here, I keep saying, you've got to be a spiritual guru to overcome your spiritual problems. The moment you overcome your spiritual problems, you overcome your physical problems. People, see, how do enemies win battles? Enemies win battles when they achieve their aims in your life. Like when they suspend you abroad, they have won the battle. Say, go, don't come back. The moment you carried your bag, they do everything spiritual to suspend you wherever you are. That is putting somebody in a bottle, spiritual bottle. Don't you know? Some people, they keep them stranded. That is, you spend years there, no documents. Some you may not have born children. They fight people in different forms. Now, you don't allow them. If you allow them, they have won. If you allow them, they have won the battle. See, I don't understand. I don't understand. See, let me put it this way. Guys, as you watch me, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Uncle RODDY. Go to YouTube, Uncle RODDY, subscribe to my YouTube channel. At certain age in your life, I said it before, you don't need to be scared anymore because you've already lived your life. You have no children to raise anymore. You've accomplished what you came to this life to accomplish. You are only eating and going to toilet. Yes. At certain age in your life, you've accomplished all what you came to this life to accomplish. You already in retirement age. That is, you only eat and go to toilet. So that time you've accomplished everything you've accomplished. You use it to fight your enemies. That is, you use it, anything that they say, like this issue of returning to Africa, a lot of people are stranded in abroad. When your children are still small, I can understand that you've got children to raise. But immediately the children are on their own, everything, you've done what you're supposed to do. As a man or as a woman, men, step in, go there. You got it. You go there. That time, if they kill you, there is nothing. You lose nothing because you've done your part in this world. Even if the person dies, everybody will die one day. It is better to die fighting. Yes, it's better to die fighting than to live like a coward. Do you understand me? It is better to die fighting than to live life like a coward. I cannot live my life like a coward. Never. I'm telling you, and everybody that is watching this video, I'm going to prove it to you guys one day. Everybody that is watching this video, I'm going to prove it to you guys one day. And I'm going to inspire a lot of people that are scared of going to Africa because of family people. You got it. So guys, now, I then called my wife's parents, said, we want to come and carry out the traditional. We want to come and carry out the traditional marriage. Now they gave us list, what they needed. We got it for them. Now I told my wife, I said, nah, the die is cast. Let's travel to Africa. Don't forget, I've never gone to Africa for a long time. So it was because I want to go marry my woman, because you can't just be living with a woman without marrying her. I said, let's go and get married. We booked tickets, informed everybody, members of the family, what we were going to do. So we boarded the flights, touched down in Africa. Already we fixed the date. So then my brother was still alive, and my parents were still alive. We chartered car. My brother brought his Mercedes. Then I had no car of my own. We then went to the venue of the marriage ceremony. By the time we traveled from where we went to the place, it was by the time we got to the venue of the marriage, because it was a very long distance journey, it was already around 3 p.m. Miss Mendes, you need to go buy iPhone 15 because other people's phone is not freezing. You need to get yourself iPhone 15. iPhone 15 Pro Max. Is it freezing? Guys, is this freezing? Are you watching it? No, because people that are watching the video said it's freezing. Watch and see if it is freezing. Okay, now. So guys, listen to this gist. On the day, okay, it's good. On the day of the marriage, we arrived the venue at about 3 p.m. in the morning. In the afternoon, 3 p.m. in the afternoon. The marriage ceremony started. As we were having the marriage ceremony, you know that here, that you, the husband, what's it called? The bride need to sit. No. So the bride and the bridegroom, I think that's in the, how they call it, the bride and the bridegroom, that here you need to sit after that is usually decorated. Now, as after the conducting the marriage ceremony, I was asked to go and sit down. Then it was time for them to bless my wife and for her to come join me on the seat. One guy came to me. One guy came to me and said, "Hey, Uncle, Oga, I want to tell you something. I want to tell you something. The guy, I want to tell you something important. My wife was watching where I was seated. My wife gave me a sign not to talk to that guy that wanted to reveal something to me. Listen attentively. I am somebody that like listening to everybody. So somebody came and said, "Okay, I want to tell you something important." My wife cited the guy. My wife began to give me eye signal, like began to cut eye for me. I shouldn't talk to the guy. So what's happened? I dismissed the guy. I said, "Please, can you leave here?" So my wife kept giving me a sign I shouldn't talk to the guy. Well, I dismissed the guy. The guy said what he wanted to tell me was very important. But I sent the guy away. So the marriage ceremony ended about around 8 p.m. or thereabouts, roughly, or 7:30 p.m. And we did not book any hotel around there. So as the marriage ended, we had to hit the road that night to return back that night. So now, the other guys left to other area, to Lagos. Now we had to hit the east that night. My brother was carrying Mercedes automatic. Mercedes. I, my wife, my brother, my mother, and we were all inside the Mercedes, hitting east. So it was election time. Listen. So as we hit the road, you know, before you get to the main road, my brother, my elder brother said, some people, a particular car have been following us. He said he was seeing the car from the side mirror, that since we left the marriage venue, a particular Volvo has been following us since we left the area, and he has been seeing that car follow us since that time. I said, what? You guys are too... What is going on? This internet, man, what do I do? What do I do with this internet? This. I'm here. So guys, I don't know what's wrong with this internet. Even the people on YouTube, they are all, well, share the broadcast for more people to join us. Let me complete the gist. Guys, come in once more. Come in, share. Bring in the people. Let's complete the gist. This is what we face here sometimes. What's going on? So more people have joined on YouTube. Why are people not joining on TikTok then? What's going on? Guys, as you join, what's going on? As you join, you share. Bring in more people. Let's listen to the gist. Guys, share this broadcast real quick. Or do you want me to suspend the gist? So it's not clear. Man. So guys, are you hearing me or what? Is it okay now? I don't understand this internet. What's going on, guys? Miss Mendes is not your phone. I don't understand this internet, you know. Sometimes this thing messes up. You know how it is now. Guys, what are we going to do now? Do we continue or do we continue the gist in the evening or we continue the gist now? What's going on? Miss Mendes is not you. You don't need to go get yourself a new iPhone. So, what do we do now? What do we do now? A lot of people have left, so that means I'm going to come back later in the day to continue this gist. Okay, it will be okay soon, okay? So, guys, as you join me, you share the broadcast, invite people. I cannot talk to very few people now. Or maybe I come back later in the day to complete this story. Samuel Shegun, yeah, is liking and sharing. This is what we want now. You got it. This is what we want. You joined. When you join, you like and share. That's it. Bring people in. Then we continue with the gist. It is now good once again. The internet is good again. So, what's going on? Do we continue or maybe we end it now and then tomorrow we continue? Tomorrow, okay. I mean, later in the day. So guys, what's going to happen? And how is the internet? Are you watching it there? Okay. So guys, since the internet is disturbing, I want to take a break and then come back later in the evening. Let's say at 9 p.m. I come back again. That would be the best decision. I come back later today to complete the program because the internet is disturbing. That's the best way. You get it now? I come back later in the day and complete the broadcast. So, guys, I want to say thank you for joining me. What can we do? The internet doesn't want us to complete this interesting broadcast. So, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to come back at 9 p.m. tonight to complete the broadcast. That's it.